Alright guys, as promised, I'm back with day 4, the final day of the program. For those of you trying to cut it down to a 4-day week. As always, lesson plans on the left-hand side of your green folder. And that green folder came directly out of your kit. This one is stapled because it was a little bit longer. Today we're going to learn about food safety and blueberry snacks. It's going to be a fun day for you. What you're going to learn today: proper hand washing, proper handling of fresh produce in the kitchen, and how to make a delicious snack from fresh blueberries. Your book of the day is Jamberry, again, in the kit. Another fun one that you're probably familiar with. That's going to be your book of the day. After you read that, take a closer look. You know, talk to the children about how much the boy and the bear really liked the berries, and talk to them about how you have blueberry bushes outside of your library and how you like to pick the blueberries and eat them too. But there are some things we have to do to make sure that we don't make ourselves sick when we eat. So your investigation is, what can we do to make sure we don't get sick when we eat and prepare food? Your materials, you'll remember I mentioned things that are not in here. There were 2. The first one was the Cheetos. I will have those in there for you. The second is a little small bottle of lotion. That will be in there for you as well. I don't have it with me today. Your other materials that you'll need for the day: glitter. Y'all have, it may be a different color. They're small vials of glitter. You'll need soap and paper towels. Those are things that we feel like you should have on site in your restrooms. And then your food stuff for the snack. You can either make a fruit kebab or a fruit parfait. The fruit kebab, you'll need skewers, blueberries, strawberries, napkins, and a colander. None of those things are in there for the kebab. I did not do that because I was not sure what age groups you typically work with, and I didn't want skewers to be, not that I feel like I'll just leave stuff like that laying around, but just in case, I didn't want those to be out where maybe the kids could get to them, because there would be extra supplies. If you want to do kebabs, all you have to do is purchase them when you go to buy your blueberries and strawberries, and just keep them in the pack, whatever's left over in the package, throw it in the kit. Save your receipt. You've got to buy things for the snack anyway. Whatever you buy, save that receipt, and it comes back to my office here at the extension office, and we'll make sure that you get reimbursed for those supplies during the library summer program. So if you decide to do kebabs, pick up your skewers. You will be reimbursed for those. 1 package, extras go back in the kit. Please don't throw those away, because if they're still clean and sanitary, we want to be able to use them again. Parfait, spoons and cups are here, available already. You will need to pick up yogurt and blueberries for your list. Save your receipts. Also, and if you want to add strawberries, I'm not going to fuss too much. Just don't go crazy on the fruit, because we don't have a whole lot of money on the food budget. Those are things that were not covered by the grant. And then napkins you should have there, and a colander. If you can't bring one from home, let me know. We'll see what we can do about helping you. So, getting set, call up one student to put lotion on his or her hands. So you're going to put a little dollop of lotion in this child's hands. They're going to rub it in really good. And you pop the little top on your glitter. This is very fine glitter, so it should stick pretty good. I can see it coming off. I'm not even trying. Put just a little bit. They don't need a lot. A little bit of glitter in their hand. Let them kind of rub that around. The lotion's going to help it stick better. If you don't want to do the lotion, you don't have to. The glitter's probably going to work anyway. You're just going to have a lot more likelihood that it's all over your floor. Then you're going to have the students shake hands with the other children in the room, who can then turn around and shake hands with other students if they'd like to, and so on. After everyone is shaking hands with at least 2 people, ask your students if they have glitter on them. Now it says glitter or flour, because if you run out of glitter, you can use flour if you have it around. It's a non-toxic option. And then I want you to talk about how shaking hands can spread germs. The glitter is like germs on their hands, and shaking hands can definitely spread germs. Ask them how else we get germs on our hands. Talk about coughing, talk about sneezing, talk about touching things, doorknobs, money, keys, playing on the playground, tying your shoes. Ask them where those germs go after we get them on our hands. If we don't wash them, they're going on everything else that we touch. We're giving them to other people when we touch them. We're making ourselves sick when we touch our face, or they go into our mouths. And then you're going to instruct the students how to properly wash their hands and have them do so. The instructions are here. Make sure the paper towel is ready for use before you start washing. You may have to dispense it first. Talk about public restrooms. You have to pull down the little knob to make sure your paper towel is ready. Get the water warm if possible. If not, don't stress over it. Get your soap, scrub for at least 30 seconds. You can count or sing happy birthday twice to make sure that you reach that time. Things to stress are making sure that they get between their fingers really good, getting around their thumbs, getting the backs of their hands, and then their wrists and around their fingernails really well. If you have a nail brush, you can show them that. We didn't put those in the kit because that's a little much for small children. Then they're going to get the paper towel, dry with it, use that same paper towel to turn off the water and open the door, and then they're going to throw it away. Obviously, we don't expect you to let every child, especially if you're at a larger site, wash for 20 to 30 seconds, but do give them a chance to wash so they can see the glitter coming off. Then you repeat the activity. Call another child up, or it can be the same one, that's your choice. Do the glitter, do the lotion, do the glitter. Then let that person go wash his or her hands before they start shaking hands, and let them see the difference between how much glitter gets passed around when they do and when they don't wash their hands. At this point, you're going to talk about noticing the difference and how that helps keep you. When you eat, your hand germs will get on your food into the mouth, making you sick. Then you can go outside and pick berries if you have any, or you can go get out the berries that you bought for the snack. Explain that germs also come inside on our food because it's been outside. Even if it comes from the grocery store, we should wash our food and preparation surfaces before we cook. So show the students how to rinse the berries under the water in a colander, and then let them help you wipe the counter or tabletop you'll be working on. If you've already sanitized your surface because you don't want them around whatever you put on it, that's fine. Just tell them, I put a little bit of this and took a paper towel, wiped it down. Our surface is clean. I've already done that for you. I would like for you, if at all possible, to let them see you or help you dump the berries, rinse the berries, that kind of thing. Then you're going to let them help you prepare the snack. For the kebabs, you're going to just let them pick blueberries and strawberries and put them on the skewers until they have it filled, and then let them enjoy eating it. For the parfait, you put a little bit of yogurt in the bottom of the cup, sprinkle some blueberries, a little more yogurt, sprinkle some more blueberries on top. We tried not to do giant cups because we didn't want a lot to go to waste. If they want more and you have extra, it's completely up to you how much you and their parents, how much you let them have. So that's easy peasy. Then on the reflection, where do germs come from? Everywhere. Shoes, desks, doorknobs, money, hands, mouths, nose. Why should we wash our hands and our fresh fruits and vegetables? Because they have germs on them. We don't want them to get in our mouths and make us sick. How do we properly wash our hands? They should be able to go back through these steps with you. I've listed them again. When this is done, we need you to administer the post-test, again, on the right-hand side of your folder. Don't forget to give me the total number of participants. If you're counting children with hands raised, that's an affirmative response. That means they can do it. If they can't, that's a negative response. Their hands were down. Just count one or the other. You don't have to count both. You don't have to do the math. We can do it for you. Don't forget to put the date, your library branch, and check post-test for me this time. If at all possible, number of males and females, and ethnicity breakdown. A very basic breakdown. You don't have to go real crazy with it. Once you've administered the post-test, make sure that the children take home the marketing piece. When I say that, that should be the last handout. Again, I gave you a copy of something that happens to yours. There is an original of the pre and post test. You should not need to make copies of that. There is a marketing piece that we need passed out to all of the kids, and it talks about opportunities with 4-H during the school year. If you would like to add some library things to the back of that, by all means. I'm not stressing over what you guys add because we are full partners on this, and we do want to be sure that both sides benefit from this program, and not just financially, but also in helping our kids and our county. So, when you get done, everything, your originals, put your pre and post tests that are filled out back in, your originals back in. We're going to put our lesson plans back in. A couple of things that we need to go over before we wrap this up. Please, please, please try to take pictures. The grant follow-up report that's due in December must have pictures to go with it. So if we don't have pictures of the kids doing the activities or just trying their snacks, and you know, they can be staged. They don't have to be 100% candid. We do want to see pictures, so we have to have them from the branches. So please make sure that you're taking pictures. Another component of the grant is that you're supposed to have a guest speaker. You can call and ask our extension agent, Judy Ludlow, to come and speak to the kids. Pollination is a great day for her to come. We have FNP agents, which are Family Food and Nutrition Program agents that can come on hand washing day. You can call in your school health nurse or someone from the health department to come teach hand washing for you. That would be a great thing to do. They also have nutritionists on staff at the health department. They can come in. Farmers or gardeners, just local people from your community that may want to come in and help you one day and just talk a little bit about how they grow fruits and vegetables in the garden. It doesn't have to be long, and it does not have to be complicated. 3 to 5 minutes is more than enough time for these people to speak, unless you need them for longer. Don't stress yourself out, but a guest speaker was part of the grant application. They require a guest speaker from what they consider the ag community. Finally, on the last day, well, actually you can do it on the first or the last. I really don't care which. We need you to collect emails or addresses. We do not need names or any other information. Emails or addresses on as many participants as will volunteer to provide that information for you. It can be on a blank sheet of paper, and all they do is write an email or an address. We don't care which, because another part of the grant application is a follow-up survey that we send home to see if they changed behavior. And I'm sharing this with you guys so that you can see that we're going to mail them a postcard that has 4 circle yes or no questions on there. That is it. 4 yes or no questions that they're going to get. They're going to get this, I think it was 6 to 8 weeks after the program. So that's how we know. If you'll just write your branch name on the top of the page and then let them put their addresses, email address or mailing address on there. We don't need their names. We don't need to know who they are. If they put a mailing address, they're going to get a postcard in the mail with instructions on how to fill this out. The postage will already be paid. We'll have stamps on the back and our address, so they don't have to do anything except circle yes or no 4 times. If they give us an email address, they will get an email with a link to this same survey. 4 questions. That's all I need from them for us to be successful with this grant application. Again, this information is due in December, so it's easier for us to go ahead and get these things from you guys now than ask you to try to track these people down later. So day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, I don't care if you do it every day or one day, but please, 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 please tell them we're not tracking them, but this is a grant-funded program, and the grant agency wants to know if anyone changes behavior. It's okay if it's all no, but we need to know for the grant. So these are not in your packets. They're not in your kits anywhere, but I did want you to see them and be familiar with them so that you can personally vouch. It's a 4-question thing, and it is not a big deal. And they will get instructions as well. So those are my follow-up reminders. Pictures, you guys can handle that. You can either all email them to one person from the library, and then y'all can get those to us, or you can all email them back to me. Actually, I'm going to have you email them to Peggy, and I will put her email information in the kits if I can remember to do that. Don't forget to invite a guest speaker out if at all possible. That's part of the grant, so we really should be trying to do that, and then getting emails or addresses. Again, so that we don't get penalized and have to return the money, which would be really hard to do since it's all obviously in supplies and blueberry bushes at this point. All right, I think that's it. I appreciate you all so very much. I know that the work you do is wonderful. I always love partnering with the libraries, and if there is anything else that you need, please let me know. You will receive instructions on whether or not to keep your kits there at the office or to return them to central locations so that we can pick them back up. I think that's probably going to have to do with preference and storage space at your branches. We look forward to hearing how the program